Hello, hello, hello. Hello, happy Wednesday to everybody. Happy birthday to the Leos. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Hello, Carolyn, Miss Stephanie. Hello, Gail. Hello, Tarsha. Uh-oh. Hello, just, just Taya. Yeah, do I say it right? Just Taya. Hey, honey, how y'all doing? We're getting everybody in here. Let's play a little Housewives while we letting everybody get in here. Let's play a little Atlanta Housewives, child, because it's all about the Atlanta Housewives right now. So this is a perfect game. Okay, 13 people in here. Hey, July Leo, y'all go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Everything we hey Goldie, hey Alicia. Everything we talk about is alleged and in our personal opinions, and we are covered under copyright 1976, and we are using everything under fair use. We will be criticizing probably. That's probably what we're gonna be doing: teaching, criticizing, commenting, and all the things. Hey Sin, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Let's see. Let's get into some housewives real quick. Then we go while we let everybody get in. Hey Courtney. So this is correct answers only. What was the name of Kenya's beloved dog? Hey, perfectly blended. What was the name of Kenya's beloved dog? I'm good. I'm okay. Hey, Lita. What was the name of Kenya? Velvet. Very good, KK. Diamond, perfectly. The M word, very good. Okay. So who said this? I said what I said. Hey, Noop King, what's going on? Hey, Mika, Pepper. Oh, Pepper, you here today, honey? Victoria, what's going on? Miss Blank USA. Nene said it. Miss Blank USA, honey. What did she call? What did Nene call Kenya? She called her Miss Blank USA. What did Nene call her? Miss what? Nene said it, but she called her a word. Miss Blank USA. Nene said it. Starts with an R. Starts with an R. Hey, Royal. Rhymes with hatchet. Hey, Virgo, what's going on? Miss Blank USA, honey. Ratchet. Thank you, Deirdre. Hey, Deirdre. Ratchet. That's right. Miss Ratchet USA, honey. That was Miss Nene. Yes, Colombian. Yes. Hey, Prim Mona. Hey, Miss Exec. Here's another one. I said what I said. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm the blank of them all. This is Kenya saying it. Kenya said she was the what of them all. We're going to. Hey, Monica. Hey, Miss Edith. Hey, Daphne. Erlene, what's going on? Mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm the blank of them all. Kenya said this. What did she say? She's the what of them all. And she is probably right. Shady is. Yes. Yes. KK on it tonight. That's right. Hey, T. Ashley. Very good. Correct answers only, honey. Which housewife was dating an incarcerated man in season 10? A. Marlo, B. Sheree, C. Kenya, D. Cynthia. We all know that. A. Marlo, B. Sheree, C. Kenya, D. Cynthia. Who was dating someone that was incorrect? That's right. Perfectly blended. It was Sheree. Okay, the lies, the lies, the lies. We're gonna finish this up. Who did Mama Joyce accuse of sleeping with Candy's then fiance Todd Tucker before the wedding? Very good. Yes, New King. It was Tyrone. It was Sheree. Who did Mama Joyce accuse? Carmen. Very good, Miss Edith. It was Carmen. Yes, that was Carmen. Did I tell y'all that Mama Joyce follow me? Mama Joyce followed me and looked at one of my reels, honey. They had me a little shook. I was talking about that earlier today. Last one, women's business. No one knew what Drew Sidora's husband Ralph was doing in which city. What city was that? Last one. What city was that, honey? We all know that city. Karma. Yep. What city? No one knew what Drew Sidora's husband Ralph was doing in which city. Tampa. That's right. We're gonna stop right here so we can have something to do every week. Thank y'all for playing with me while we get everybody in here. I hope everybody's doing good. Hey, Tweety. Karen, that's right. Kiara, Tina. Yes. Yeah, girl, when mama, I saw Mama Joyce, I had to go over there. I said, ooh, wait a minute. Is this the real Mama Joyce? Uh-oh. I gotta be careful, honey. You know, Mama Joyce is tough. Yes, honey, your hometown. How is everybody doing today? There is a lot going on. There's a lot I don't even know where to start, but we're gonna start somewhere. You know, we talking about housewives. So yeah, girl, worldwide. Oh, we just came on. We just got on. We just finished playing the Housewives game. We was playing the Housewives card. So people like you who just came in here, I didn't want you to miss anything. Colombiana, I'm not answering that. Baby, they going crazy today. They are going crazy today over here. We're gonna touch on it. Let me pull it up while we in here. Y'all go ahead and like the video, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all go ahead and like it. Let's get that out of the way. Cause I think we just gonna do some hot topics real quick, and then we're gonna get into these housewives. Cause baby, the housewives are housewiving today. Shout out to Chase from No Chaser TV. Chase made a post of Andy Cohen talking to someone about Shamea child on the show, right? And honey, Portia came in there. I came in there. Portia liked what I had to say. Then Shamea came in there. Baby, it was a big mess. Good evening, Millie Chun crew. Happy birthday, fellow Virgos. Hello. You were in September. Girl, I TikTok give other than you, I'm done with it. Oh no. Girl, no. Clarissa, y'all, I didn't even put Clarissa up here, but we can definitely come around and talk about Clarissa. Honey, we're going to talk about it. I think I got it up here. If I don't have it up here, I'll pull it down from somewhere. Okay. Matter of fact, this was on, I'm about to pull it up. Oh, girl, earlier you made to the Virgo train, baby. You made it, honey. Let's, I don't even know where to start. Where y'all want to start? Do y'all want to do just the real quick hot topics real quick and get them out of the way? Let's do the quick hot topics, okay? Oh yeah, girl, cause I'm telling the truth. You know what, Columbia, I wouldn't mind. After I went back and watched all the seasons back, I mean, she's an OG, so I kind of wouldn't mind if she came back. Okay, let's do hot topics. No, let's do the hot topics and we're gonna get to the mess news. I promise. So we're gonna do this real quick. We're just gonna get started real quick. Y'all need to go ahead. So now it's 8. Okay, we got 7 seconds. Shamea line on end. I know it, child. I was over there. I'm in the comments. Portia in the comments. We're gonna talk about it in a second. Let's go. So y'all need to go ahead and pull up your old emails. Go back, pull up your old phone numbers. See if you can find it, because baby, MySpace is on its way back. I had never had a MySpace account. I never did MySpace. I got in with the Ning sites. You know, when the high school came up and then you had your college sites. I was never on MySpace. But MySpace is officially making a comeback, bringing back its classic vibe and iconic features. I don't know what MySpace is about. What I did hear is that MySpace had a lot of music going on. Yeah, let's do an appetizer. We're gonna do an appetizer real quick. That's right. So let me put this up here. I like that new king. We're gonna put that up here. We doing appetizers right now. So everybody coming in, we on appetizers. So MySpace, it had a lot of music, right? Deirdre said it was everything. So it's officially making a comeback. It was also about dating. So music, dating, it was our first introduction to this social media world that we live in, getting the tea and all the things. And you know what? Something I never did also was Vine. I never got into Vine. Did y'all get into Vine? I knew Vine was like really quick videos, like a 2-minute or 1-minute video, and you doing silly stuff. Shout out to the Virgos, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I got a shirt on to say Virgo today. It says, I could, but I don't want to. That's what my shirt says. So I didn't get into Vine. I had an account with MySpace. That's how we communicate with people before Instagram. Okay. MySpace was lit. She said it was lit. Well, honey, it's coming back. Yay, Michelle. She said Vine was funny. Lots of influencers say they started on Vine. I remember Black Planet. I think I may have had a page on Black Planet. I think I might. Because Black Planet was like in the 2000s. Like 2000, 2001. Because like I know when Facebook started hitting, let me tell you when I got on Facebook. I know exactly when I got on Facebook. I got on Facebook in 2006 because that's when Lillian was born. And I got on Facebook so I could, my brother was on Facebook. That's when they was talking about colleges and stuff. So I know 2006 because I remember that's when I got on Facebook. I remember my profile pic. I had a picture when I was in Korea and I had an AKA like a line jacket on. That was my profile pic forever. So yes. Now I remember that. Black Planet and Black Voices. She said Vine definitely paved the way for content creators. Oh, okay, Michael Jackson birthday, Nancy. I hear you, baby. You right there. We right there together. She said I was born. He said I was born in 1900s. Oh, that's right. Hey, Wendy, what's going on? Hey, Aries. So y'all just go and dust it off. You might want to go back in the archives and see if you can find your MySpace information because it is definitely coming back. All right, so let's take MySpace off of here. That's gonna make some room for something else. Hey, Chocolate. Okay, here's another one. I know I had to give y'all this update. I didn't put this in my minute today, but they said that the filming for the new season. Thank you, Michelle. Oh, thank you, girl. I'm going over here to the vault. Michelle done sent me $19.99. She says she is sending me a little birthday money for a cocktail on her. Let me tell you what I'm going to have, Michelle. Baby, this is my drink. Now, I love a espresso martini, but baby, my new drink is an amaretto sour with egg white. Boo, I know exactly where I'm going to get it. Since I can't go to Denver, I'm going right over here to the vault. And I'm going to the Speakeasy. And I'm going to get me a little, what is it? What's the rice dish that's not rice? They call it something else. Risotto. I'm going to give me some risotto. And baby doll, I'm going to have me a amaretto sour made with egg whites. Thank you, honey. Thank you for my birthday drink. And y'all, I have literally been celebrating every day. So August the 1st, what did I do? I took myself out to eat. August the 2nd, I bought me some new pajamas, took me a great shower and wore my new pajamas. August the 3rd, August the 3rd, I bought something for my house. August the 4th, that was my honey's birthday, so I just celebrated him. And today, I finished my recording room. I bought me some stuff for my room. So I've been celebrating every day. August 28th is Millie Child's birthday. That is correct. What? I need to look that up. Amaretto sour with just all you ask for. That's how you ask for it, Belicious. Just say, can I have an amaretto sour with egg whites? And it's got to be kind of a fancy place. Like you can't go to, these regular restaurants. Girl, that's a great drink. So Married to Medicine is filming for the new season, and it's going to start in September. So there you go. Now, this is why I want to have that call meeting about TV shows. I got, Sin sent me some Sir Davis for Christmas. Saying I mix it with a little lemonade. Chef's kiss, baby. That is so good. I don't know if I'm going to do Married to Medicine, Nuke King. That's what we talked about. We had a call meeting about these TV shows. Married to Medicine is not necessarily like, oh, girl, not your psychotic eggs. It's whipped. The eggs white, and you'll know it because if you get a regular amaretto sour, it's just the liquid. But the egg whites, it'll be like a little foam on top and a little foam as you drink it. But girl, it's so good. It's so smooth. It's so creamy and it's delicious. And then they put that, not a maraschino cherry, but that dark cherry in there. Girl, you're gonna need about 4 cherries in there. I get at least 4. That's the drink. You're gonna love it. Sir Davis and lemonade is everything. Oh, y'all gonna make me get a drink tonight. I wish I had made that before I came up here to do this video. We could have had a toast. But okay, so Married to Medicine coming back. I don't know. I may catch clips and talk about what's in the clips, but this is not my show. I only watch Married to Medicine because of y'all, but I'm gonna have to start weaning some stuff off because it's about to be fall, and y'all know Caught in the Act is coming back. Y'all want me to do clips of Married to Medicine. I gotta finish, Housewives coming back. So it's a lot on the plate. She said, I'm a bartender. I've been bartending for over 25 years. I've never heard of that drink. Girl, go get you one. I cannot with her. Girl, Belicious, look what Belicious said, Bar. She said she just watched the TikTok on making the drink. Monica, you coming up, baby, August the 18th. You coming up. My little Leo. Monica is my little Leo. Shout out to all the Leos, honey. So that's what it is. I don't know how we gonna do Married to Medicine, y'all. I'll figure something out. But I don't think I'm just gonna be watching like that. Okay, let me see what else I got. Hold on. Let me get something else because I know I got it, honey. Oh, we got to talk about this. Honey, baby boo. Sydney Star. Sydney done got herself in some trouble. What's going on, Levon? I think it is easy. Goldie, hold on. Let me go to TMZ because Sydney done got herself in some trouble. CRDNEYTMZ. Let's see. They said that today, Sydney Star, TMZ just sent me a update or something. When she was arrested, what did it say? She was arrested with condoms, child. Condoms falling out of her pocket. So Love and Hip Hop star Sydney Star is locked up in a special section. She's in a special section of the Fulton County Jail. Because she over there with the men. Okay? Because you know why. Okay? So she over there in a special section of the Fulton County Jail due to her identifying as trans. Sydney was transferred to the Vulnerable Population Unit for the LGBTQ community after she was arrested Sunday and booked for sexual battery against a child under 16, aggravated sexual and sodomy. She was accused of doing this to a juvenile at a hotel in Hakeville, Georgia, but she claimed the interaction was consensual. First of all, it cannot be consensual, Sydney, if you are of age and the child is 14. That is just because he said okay. Just because the child said okay. Ooh, honey, let me tell you something. Praying Mona, let me put this up here. Exactly, Priscilla. Exactly, Priscilla. Baby, the way Funky laid Sydney out was chef's kiss. He was on point. Funky did not miss one period, exclamation point, quotation, a parentheses, apostrophe, nothing. He was on the money. And it's already bad for people who feel like they're not who they are when they got here, and they trying to live their real lives out, and they go trans, and it's already hard for them. It's so many of them that lose their lives every day. And Sydney, you coming up here, just the baby didn't know that it was a boy. Let me put this up here. The baby didn't know that Sydney was doing what Sydney was doing. So I heard it was like a little altercation. Now you'd have messed this child up. His mom over here looking for him, and you over here. Okay, hold on. A rep for the Fulton County office says Sydney identified as someone who engages in particular lifestyle. We're told Sydney's criminal charges had absolutely nothing to do with where she's being housed. Okay, that's not what I want to talk about. The sheriff rep says Sydney is housed in a dormitory, and her daily life is just like any other inmate: 3 meals a day, recreation, phone privileges. As you know, Sydney was okay. That's not what I want. Hold on. Yeah, they said that she had condoms on her, child. I saw that while I was sitting here getting this stuff ready. That's crazy. And then Sydney single-handedly just took down Chingy's whole career and lifestyle. Y'all remember that? First gained widespread attention after falsely claiming that she had a bang-bang relationship with Chingy. And the people just threw Chingy to the wolves, honey. Sydney later admitted she fabricated the affair and apologized, though Chingy had said the rumor did serious damage to his career. And it did. It did serious damage to his career. Serious. And it doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter where Chingy goes. And it's so crazy because I will say this, as a content creator and as somebody who y'all come to for me to tell you things, and if I get it wrong, I'm going to come back and fix it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get it wrong and keep going. I'm not about to tell no lie because there's too many ways for you all to prove it. You know what I'm saying? But for you to do this and put this stain on this man, sometimes you can't get it off. And then she done messed this baby's life up. Could you imagine? And then, like, it's so many trans people that's trying to live their life and just, and then live their life to the point where they find somebody they can live their life with. But when they figure that out, people are so mean. And you over here messing up somebody's life? Talking about it was consensual? It's consensual if the baby was 19, 20, 21, or 18. This child was 14 years old. Or 13. That's what the people saying. This is crazy. And then her mama talking about, I can't believe Sydney would do that. She did it. Sydney did it. Hold on, let me see if it says right here. Here you go, right here, y'all. Here you go, right here. Love and Hip Hop Sydney star cops say open condom fell out of pocket during sodomy arrest. Open condom. Sydney Star told police the male she went to her hotel room with told her he was an adult. And the cops say a rubber fell out of her pocket during her arrest for child, bothering the kids. That's what TMZ has learned. Oh, shoot. TMZ has learned that. We obtained the police department report from Sydney's arrest for sodomy and child bothering, and the police say an open condom fell out of her clothes during a pat down, and they found another prophylactic in her pocket. The report notes Sydney was trying to stay in an Embassy Suites in Georgia, and an employee of the hotel called police to report another person had bang assaulted a juvenile. Officers say they met with the kid and his parents at the hotel. The minor told cops that something had happened with Sydney, who is transgender. The report said officers spoke to Sydney, who told them a tall, slender black male in the lobby approached her. Sydney claimed the guy approached her and told her she was cute. Sydney said they had a short conversation in which she The reality star claimed the child said he was 18. Even if he was 18, Sydney, don't you think you too old to be fooling with that baby? I mean, that's many of us. If we meet somebody and they say they're 18, we not fooling with them. Outgrown behinds. I'm not trying to do that to nobody's child. She said she left the lobby and the boy went back to the room with her. The officers say they then detained Sydney, conducted a pat down, and found the contraceptives. As TMZ first reported, hold on. Oh, child, we don't get into him. As TMZ first reported, Sydney was arrested Sunday for sodomy. Cops said the boy was under 16. The officer said Sydney confessed to performing oral on him. Records show the influencer remains behind bars on these charges, as she should. Exactly, Miss Erica. Somebody said, Brown Sugar Baby said, we don't need trans and homophobic people in this chat. Okay, look, we just know that Sydney has done a horrible thing. We're going to take her down. We just know she's done a horrible thing. Now, the next person I want to talk about when it comes to something being horrible, hold on, let me go up here and get it right quick. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Hold on, here we go. Child, this was crazy. Oh, did y'all get into this? Did y'all get into Perez, honey? Hold on, let me write his name. Let me get his name in here. Perez. They said that Perez was under financial stress before. Child, I saw the pictures and Perez was over there. Because this is what I just got. So I'm going to take this down because I'm over here on TMZ about Perez. Child, I saw the video. Well, I saw the video. Wait a minute. I saw pictures of the video. I didn't catch the live because I didn't watch Perez, but that's sad. Prayer and Mona said I was on the live for seconds when he was doing that to himself. So what was he doing? Yeah, let's not be derogatory at all. Let's not be derogatory because we just here to talk about it. You know that. That's what I'm talking about. I saw that he was so he was on the live just doing that to himself. Just where was it in his face? Was it on his chest? Was it on his arm? Like what was he doing? They said he was under financial stress before live stream. He was stressing over money and struggling to adjust to his new life in Miami in the weeks leading up to a concerning live stream that resulted in police response and hospitalization. Sources familiar tell TMZ when Perez put his $4 million Las Vegas house up on the market and abruptly moved to Miami in June, he was telling people he was very stressed out about finances, overwhelmed and hustling, looking for ways to make dough. We're told life was good for Perez in Vegas. He got a lot of comps and he was treated well for his local celebrity status. And he assumed he'd get the same love in South Miami. He didn't. So on top of money issues, the freebies were gone. The single father of 3 was open about his cash crunch. He posted a video in May saying his week-long hospital stays early in the year drained his bank account, so he was hawking his new merch to make ends meet. Following his serious medical issues, he became deeply religious, and he used this as something of a rebranding, and his merch store was filled with Jesus shirts. We're told Perez was seen in Miami a couple of weeks ago. He was hobnobbing with socialites and seemed fine, but something clearly changed. Prior to the move, Perez made a video with his 3 kids saying he was looking forward to his new experiences and opportunities in Miami, and he was manifesting success. Perez started live streaming Tuesday night, and he was cut and bloody, prompting concerned viewers to call the police and first responders. Perez was taken to a hospital where he currently undergoing 72-hour psychiatric evaluation. Child, that is a lot. Perez Hilton been out here talking about people and their business for as long as I can remember. I feel like Perez was the first to do it because he was out there in California talking about their lifestyle. That's what I said. Ain't no way I could have watched that. My girl. But I saw like still frames of it. It was very troubling. I hope he is getting the support he needs. Hey, Adrian, I hope he's getting the support he needs. He is the original 72-hour hold, honey. He was just hospitalized a couple of months ago too for sepsis, and that's what I saw, because I saw him holding the Bible up. It was what's the name? What's the last name? Janice, the minister, and he was talking about how he's living by what she's saying, and yeah, that's what I just said. Black Butterfly, I just read it. He was talking about he was changed his life, and everything in that Bible was driving him in that direction. Girl, they were watching him do it. That's what I heard too, Erica. They said it took forever to take it down. Joyce Meyer, that's right. So he had Joyce Meyer's Bible. I saw him talking about it. He had just got out of the hospital for sepsis, and that is what drained his bank account, because he was trying to deal with that. You know, he lost a lot of weight. He's banned from TikTok for life. Other content creators were making fun of the situation. Oh no, we're gonna have to pray for him, honey. Poor Perez. And you know, here's the thing. You know, people come on here. Y'all, let me tell you something. Other day, I was on live on TikTok, and somebody came on there talking about. They was talking about that. I was talking about Shamia, of course, and I guess they didn't like what I had to say, and they were like something, and then anyway, you need to get rid of that wig. You know, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me, right? But where I am, like, I'm getting ready to go to my best friend's funeral, and you just don't know where a person is. And I was like, you think, and I thought about it. I said, for somebody to come on here and say something about somebody's appearance, you think I'm worried about my hair when I will never talk to my best friend again? Like, y'all got to put some stuff in perspective. You know what I mean? And I was like, y'all just, that is insane. If you don't agree with what someone is saying, and you are not on someone's platform who, like me, who I have no problem if we disagree. But I feel like we can talk about it. And I can see your side, I can see my side. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe I can change your mind. But it doesn't come to verbal blows. And that is crazy. And I was like, I'm glad that I'm kind of together, because I could have really just put Millie Chun to the side. You know what I mean? Just forget Millie Chun. You about to get Millicent. And I just never know what she's going to say. I never know what she's going to say. People are so insensitive. They are so insensitive. And here's the thing: social media, the internet has allowed people to say whatever it is that they want to say, right? I told you, Adrian. They say whatever it is they want to say, but and then they feel like they can just really be so mean and so nasty, and people get upset. People lose their lives like that. But it's when we sit here talking about people on TV, we don't know these people. We just talking, and you know, because what gets me is when somebody say you're so biased and you're a hater. Well, if I'm hating on the person that I'm talking about, doesn't that make you a hater for the person I'm not talking about? That just gets me. Ooh, Lexi says she watched for a few minutes and she said it's hard. It was hard to get over. Girl, I know that was. She's Girl, look like you on your way. Because look, we just talked about it a few minutes ago. She said, I'm ready to go back to MySpace. That's where we have fun without the slander. Well, baby, it's on the way. So you need to get your password. You can get your login, your username. Girl, this is 2026. You can come up with a great username. Can you imagine? Yes, it's all entertainment. It has. Social media has definitely desensitized the world. I agree. Ooh, me too, Black Butterfly. Baby, I went on a blocking spree the other day. I think I blocked 10 people on Instagram, about 12 people on YouTube. I didn't block anybody on TikTok. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much, Time for Action. Okay, y'all. Let's put it up. Let's put a prayer in the air for Perez, and let's hope he gets better soon because he is really going through it. Let me see what else I got before we get into all these other things. Hold on. Let me take Perez off. Oh, I got this. Oh, honey, let's look at this right quick. Hold on. Let me take this down right quick. I'm not gonna take the MySpace down. I'm gonna come back around to MySpace. Hold on. Thank you all so much in the comments. Thank you. Child, this sleazeball, Timothy. This man, this man has been arrested. I forgot exactly where he is. Yes, Rod, that's my friend's name. What about that pastor? Here we go. She said, "What about that pastor?" Here we go, right here, honey. Go to here he goes. I think his name is Timothy. Florida pastor accused of actually abusing minor and exposing him to HIV. Now, here's the thing. He had met the baby on a site. They took the conversation over to Instagram. Instagram immediately noticed that it was an inappropriate conversation going on between an adult and a minor. So they got to work. This man that went somewhere trying to preach over somebody or something he was trying to do. So they caught him and he admitted to it. So when they realized that he had HIV, this police chief said that they had given him I think he said a cocktail. I think that's how he said it. He said that they had given the boy, the minor, a cocktail of some sort. Hold on. This is so. Let me get down here. Hold on. Let me put this up here. They had given the child a cocktail of some sort to bypass HIV. So they're hoping that they caught it in time enough where he will not be affected. So I hope that that is the case. Right? And he took the baby to his lake house where he did all these acts on him. Now, there's a 24 or 26-year-old man that he was already messing around with, but that man has tested positive for HIV. So I really, really, really hope that whatever they gave that baby, it can bypass that and he can be okay. Because that, along with the fact that you got a man preying on you and you done fooled around here and you done gave him something that he could leave this world with because there's something wrong with you and you being selfish. Our children are not safe. Like, oh wait a minute, speaking of children, let me make sure my baby made the work. Hold on, y'all. I forgot. You around here doing stuff and then just affecting children's lives like this. This is utterly ridiculous. Okay, she'll work. She said, yes, it works within 72 hours. It's used for healthcare workers all the time. Well, I hope to God it took. I hope he was at the second hour. Girl, yes, honey, I don't know where the parents are. The baby just online, honey, online. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go over here and see what it was right quick. Let me go to the shade room right quick. Oh, Portia look good, child. Oh Lord, we're gonna get into it. Hold on. There we go. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and we're gonna go through it. Here we go. So the child was 14. This is Timothy Cheneyfield. He's 42. And he was arrested after investigators with the Polk County Sheriff's Office received a cyber tip from Instagram regarding inappropriate activity between an adult and a child. He is the pastor of St. James United American Free Will Baptist Church. That's too much off the rip. Allegedly he used a dating app to find the teen before moving their conversations to Instagram. And that's how the cyber people caught him. Picked the boy up from his neighborhood 3 times and took him to his lake home. He picked the baby up 3 times. So I hope to God that worked. But Cheney Field is HIV positive. He did not inform the team before he had unprotected sex with him. Additionally, investigators spoke with a 26-year-old man who reported having contact with Cheney Field and later discovered that he was positive. So Cheney Field faces multiple charges, including lewd battery on a child, traveling to meet a minor, computer-related offenses, and failing to disclose his status. Child, these people crazy. Crazy. A 14-year-old. When you're 14, you're in the ninth grade. You're just getting into high school. You are getting ready to have the best time of your life, and you got to go to school with this kind of trauma. I would be devastated if I had to send my baby to school with this kind of trauma. See, that wasn't the first time. The first time was 3 weeks ago. They were past the 72-hour frame. I pray the baby is okay. That's what I was saying too, because he picked the child up from his neighborhood like 3 times and took the child to his lake house. So even if he had performed oral, he could have passed it on to the child. It just is too much. Yeah, we know you can live a long life with it, but just being a child with it, and you didn't have to have it, and you do have to ask these questions like, where are the parents when these things are happening? What is really going on? Let me take this down, honey. We finished talking about this. Hold on, let me go on to the next thing, because I think we about ready to get to the meat and potatoes, honey. We about done with these appetizers. Hold on. Talked about this one right here. Child, look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Florida, let me go to here. Let me go to here so I can read it to you. Well, we can talk about it. ABC News. Okay. So, Florida toddler has passed away after getting his head stuck in a kitchen playset. So if you got little kids going to the daycare, if you got babies at the house, y'all need to be careful and watch them kids. A 3-year-old girl in Florida has passed away days after she got her head stuck in a kitchen playset and became unresponsive. The incident occurred in Boynton Beach last month while the toddler and her sibling were at a babysitter's house, according to the police. The wooden kitchen playset had been purchased off Facebook Marketplace a few years ago, according to the spokesman. Baby, child, this is too much. This is too much. So you got your baby over to the babysitter's house? Is the babysitter watching the kids? You supposed to be right here watching the baby. And you know, 3 years old, 3-year-olds get into all kind of stuff. They get into all kind of stuff. Now she done got her little head caught in something in the kitchen set, became unresponsive, and has passed away. Oh, I gotta get it on here. Alexis, if I don't pull it up, we'll talk about it. Just remind me, honey. I know, Alicia, nobody wants to do that. Y'all just be careful, and this is just too horrible. And then we were talking about the woman who had a baby at 15, gave the baby up for adoption. Later on, she ended up didn't know the baby, start dating who is her son, and now she's pregnant. I don't know how true that was, but that was devastating. I said, this woman is pregnant with her grandbaby. You about to have your son and your brother, or your daughter and your sister, and your child and your grandbaby all at the same time. Your boyfriend is your son. That is crazy. But here's the thing. It's not too far-fetched, because these people out here doing all kind of stuff. This world is insane. That is diabolical. Okay, y'all. We okay. Let's get to a palate cleanser, honey. We got to get this off our minds. It's too much. This is why I don't truly believe it either. This is why I do not talk about this stuff a lot, because it's too much going on, and I try so hard just to bring y'all just the upbeat stuff. So what we're gonna get started with right now, honey? We're gonna get started with. Hold on, let me take that off. I gotta take this off of here. We're gonna get started. Let me start with this. While this is on my, while this is fresh on my mind, y'all. I just finished watching this. Pregnant with your grandbaby is absolutely diabolical. It's so bad diabolical. Y'all, I just finished watching Portia's Family Matters. I have so many questions. I would love to talk to Simon. I would love to talk to Simon. Belicious, I got 20 minutes on episode 7 on the last episode. Portia just got back and bought her mama some lemon pepper wing chicken. Some lemon pepper chicken wings. She just got back. So if I could talk to Simon, I'm gonna start with Simon. If I could talk to Simon, I would ask him why. Tell me why. Start at A and take me to Z. Because why would you do this? When Simon said that Portia's family was a 2 on the scale of what he's seen in families, I was like, what in the world has Simon seen? Because when I saw Portia pick up that pole, when I heard her say, where your mama at? When I saw Dennis wrapped up, and I was like, Simon, this is like deja vu for you. Because you had the whole Fallon back when she was trying to get out one off of old girl. Girl, Pusha P had to go to anger management. She had to go to anger management. I would want to know. My question to Simon would be, first of all, Simon, okay. So the way I understand it is that Fallon was pregnant and Simon and Fallon were apart, right? Portia was in his DMs asking if he is okay. Dennis did not bring the ring to Portia on Christmas like she asked, so Portia was done with Dennis. So Portia done went and got in his DMs. So Simon and Portia went away. After knowing each other for 2 weeks, he proposed to her. It was so clear to me that Portia was not here for Simon. Portia did not like that man. She did not love that man. When I did not know, because Portia had got some little signs tattooed back here for Dennis. She done went over here and got Simon's middle name tattooed on her neck. And then he done posted that picture. He posted their first kiss. Portia was pissed. And she said, I was really upset because I'm already going through stuff. People saying I'm doing this and doing that. And I don't even think Portia was mad about what people were saying about her. I think she was embarrassed a little bit. But I would want to know from Simon, how are you sitting up here in Mexico? And Portia has clearly bought her baby daddy, who she is not over, on this trip. And sat here and had a back and forth with Dennis. When they started talking about the Versace robe, I'm like, Mama Gina, girl, you mad about a robe? But it was easy for Portia to be mad about the robe because she said somebody has come in my house and taken something out of my house. And why would you do that? Because that's true. I'm with her on that. You don't need to come to my house, take nothing out of my house. But when you find out it's Dennis's robe, you should chill out if you sit next to your fiance right here who gonna give you a way better life than Dennis is over here selling hot dogs. Baby, Portia, girl, Alicia, you are not lying. Alicia said Portia had the time of her life with Simon. Girl, Portia was, and then Simon was like, I'm still gonna marry her. And I was like, what was it what was Simon going for that he wanted to marry Portia? Like, what was he really going for? Because Portia clearly was not over Dennis. When she found out that he had bought a girl on that trip, Goldie said when she lived in Atlanta, African dudes were so thirsty for bad bees. Citizenship. And then here's the thing. Portia sit up here at dinner with Simon and he telling her how many wives his daddy had, and he don't have them. He don't have wives like that. And then, like, Portia, you if you had to just talk to him a little bit longer, you would have found this out. But I feel like this is just how I feel. I feel like Portia had so many losses. Dennis done cheated on her. You know, Cordell did what he did. Portia saw opportunity, and Portia said, "I'm about to ride this till the wheels fall off." And Alicia, that's exactly what she did. Child, not Simon wanted new teeth and social media clout. That's exactly what he got. Yep, I'm with you, D. D said, if anything, Portia and Simon used each other. She got soft life for a while, and he got a much needed glow up. I agree. Y'all, that was so unhinged. Dennis sitting there telling Portia that he still love her and she still love him. She talking about, well, if you hadn't never cheated on me, we would have still been together. We would have still had our family. And I believe that. These 7 episodes was so entertaining to me. Y'all, I was literally sitting here watching with my mouth wide open. And when I saw that caption from All About the Tea, that Portia Williams and Shamia Morton were plotting to break up Fallon and Simon's marriage, I said, you kidding me? I know you lying. I know you lying. Portia did that. Portia, I like Portia. Then Portia was like, they were gonna get engaged because the judge was supposed to sign off on a divorce on Friday. They didn't sign off, and he was still married on Monday. But at the time, him and Fallon were separated. But 2 weeks, you get married, you get engaged in 2 weeks, Portia. You don't have to get engaged in 2 weeks. You could just be living the life. I think the marriage was arranged as long as Portia Fallon embarrassed him. Fallon got pregnant, so he got with Portia. That makes sense. Child, Goldie said it wasn't anything that could have been said with the money bag ready to make her his African queen, because she said he treats her like a queen. Simon was Rick James and Portia was Tina. Portia was trying to secure the bag, honey. She did. Because Simon said, I'm going to still marry Portia. I'm not going nowhere. Yeah, the marriage was already over with Fallon, and Simon came to our HOA, and they were just thirsty. That's right. I agree. Portia was trying to secure the black. What? That was on her show. That was on this show. Yes. It's 7 episodes. You can, if you start it in the daytime, you can finish it at night, honey. Like I said, I got 22 minutes. After I get off here, I'm gonna finish the 22 minutes. I'm gonna be done with them. It's 7 episodes. Portia was looking at them dollars, baby. So I have thoroughly enjoyed this. Portia, I just, Lord have mercy, I was outdone. All right, y'all. Let's go to Britt. Britt Edie looks totally different. Doesn't she look totally different? Britt got some new teeth. She got some lip fillers. She done lost a little weight. She said her skin is clear, her hair is growing, and she is thriving. And she said that right now she cannot talk, but she said sometimes it just pays to stay quiet. But here soon, Britt said she gonna be talking. Hold on, let me see. I don't know if y'all can hear this. I'm just gonna play it. Let me see if I can hear what Britt talking about. Britt said she gonna start talking in a few minutes.
So I've had a lot to say for a long time, but in 2026, I've learned sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. Sometimes you gotta be still and listen and observe.
She looks totally
watch
different.
and observe and watch and observe. So it's almost time.
She said sometimes you just gotta stay quiet, observe, and watch. And she said it's almost time for her to speak.
But I got a little bit more time before I'm gonna say too much, because when I get to talking a lot.
She said she got a little bit more time before she get to talking. Now here's my thing, girl. It's a filter also. There is a filter on her face, but her face is noticeably different. Money well spent. Yeah, she looks beautiful.
But just know, I got a lot to talk about and discuss.
She said she got a lot to talk about and discuss. And I want to know what she want to talk about, because what is she going to talk about? Them photos? Like, were those photos really her? Is she going to talk about Kelly? Is she going to talk about Portia? Is she going to talk about Kenya?
With the world, the universe.
She said she got a lot to say, honey.
I just been sitting back and chilling and thriving.
She said she don't care about none of what she got to say.
Growing, shit is getting long.
I don't know what she did to her face.
Sorted out. And all the things that y'all be seeing, you gotta stop looking at it.
She said all the things we be seeing, we got to stop looking at it and believing it. She said hair is growing, skin is clear. And she said it just pays to be quiet sometimes and shut up. She said, but when she gets ready to talk, she is going to talk. So I'm here for it. Girl, them teeth are not smaller. Them teeth are, hold on. She does kind of look like K. Michelle. Look at this.
So I appreciate all you guys.
Hold on.
For checking in, checking on me, making sure I'm good. I'm good. A bitch is good. Okay. A bitch is always going to be good, all right? Do you see me?
Them teeth kind of big,
with
dude.
that being said, just know, I be paying attention. I be watching, but
they're kind of big. Them teeth kind of big. Happy birthday to Tracy. I know that's right. They're a little bit too big. I think they're a little bit too big. Yeah, she look like, yeah, they're a little bit too big. But she looks pretty though. She is beautiful. She said she must have gone where Eva went. Eva's teeth are big. Ooh. Girl, get a job and stay off social media. Dabney said, girl, get a job and stay off social media. Okay, Britt says she got something to tell. She being quiet. She gonna tell us later. Okay, that's all we got for Britt. Okay, let's talk about this. Y'all look at Karen Hilger. Yeah, I like Britt too. I don't know why they get them so big, Miss Barstar. I don't know why they get their teeth so big. I do not know. I think her lawsuit is still happening. Oh no, wait a minute. Did they dismiss that lawsuit? Girl, you think she was high on the carpet? What? Yeah, I'm with you on that. She need to get that nasal fixed. Hold on, let me see. Brown Sugar Baby sent me something. Hold on. I got 20 notifications. I got 20 messages. Hold on, y'all. We might have something new to talk about. Oh, yeah.
And I have to say, Shamia was there and Portia.
Okay, we're going to talk about all of it. We're about to get to that. So, I thought Karen looked really good. I thought she looked really good to wear this short outfit. Her knees were intact. Her knees look better than Giselle's knees. I will say that. And for Giselle to have a Balmain dress on, she looked like she got this from Ross. I was listening to Dallas the Stylist today, and he was like, if she would just bring the budget and just let me have full creative direction over her for one season, he said he could make a difference. I know, Erica, because she looks the cheapest out of all of them. But Karen looks really good. So I really hope that Karen is getting ready to give us what we need for this season of Potomac. Because y'all, I'm not gonna lie, them few minutes with Nene changed my whole way I look at reality TV. Yes, her dress looked like she got it from Rothschild. That's what her dress looked like. Let's look at it up close. Look at Giselle. Karen looks good. And Karen ain't even got a whole lot on. She ain't got a whole lot of jewelry on. She got some earrings, no necklace. I'm sure she got a ring on, and her shoes were perfect. Uh, Cynthia looked really good in her chartreuse, and I love Wendy dress with the cutouts. Portia looked so good. Even Ashley looked good, but she looked like she just left Ross with a Ross special. And then I feel like if Giselle hadn't had that hair waved, I think if she, you know what, Giselle would have looked really good if she had had that hair straight in a blunt bob. Oh, she'd have ate that up. Karen does look amazing. She looks amazing. We don't see Karen too much. She stay ducked down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and like the video, please. Giselle always looks cheap with all that money. You can tell it's been a change in Karen. I can't wait to see how she performs. Hey, butterfly. I can't wait to see how she performs this season. So that's the girls at the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip premiere party. I was saying that it was so sad that Nene wasn't there. Somebody in the comments said, well, how do you know that Nene wasn't invited? If Nene was invited, Nene would be there. You understand me? Nene would have moved the mountains to be on this Ultimate Girls road trip. There's no way. Nene's not doing anything not to come. All Nene is doing is getting Freddie O to follow her around Atlanta and take pictures. She would have been there if she was invited. She would have been there. And due to the fact that Nene is on the first part of this show, do y'all realize that if that sneak peek that we saw, if that sneak peek starts off the way it started on the sneak peek, do you realize that Nene Leakes is the first person we see on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip? She is the first housewife we see. She gets out of the car. She got her Hermes bag with all of her sayings on it. And you see her knocking on Portia's door. And then Portia is the second person we see. She would have set this off. When Nene was in Portia's closet and she was spinning around, I was like, this is so good. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. When I saw that sneak peek, that did something to me all day yesterday. Yesterday was such a good day. And of course, Andy did that for the money. Of course, he did that for the money. But Andy is not backing down. He is not backing down. Because, baby, this would be fantastic. Nene would be great. Nene would be, I feel like a lot of people don't want Nene back, and I do understand that. I do understand. It's not that I don't understand. But the reason that I'm talking about it is because of just how it felt. We are coming off of the season finale of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it was so heavy and it was so dark to the point you still had K. Michelle starting something, where Pinky started something, and K. Michelle starting it, and ended up with Drew on the floor, all to wake up on the next day, and Nene is at Portia's door. Oh, that was so good. But a lot of people, and then a lot of people feel like we don't understand what happened. We understand what has happened. We understand that Nene thought that she was bigger than the program. I solely believe that. Nene has gone over here and talked about Andy so bad, and Andy is holding a big grudge. She has sued NBC Universal. She sued Truly Original and Bravo. They have settled. Time has passed. And so much so that they have allowed Nene to do red carpet events, right? They even offered her traders, but at the time they offered her traders, her son was sick, so she couldn't do traders. So this is them giving us a little of Nene. It's such a beautiful picture, Nene. Such a beautiful picture. So they have us a little piece. And then I saw somebody's come in and say, well, why would they let her be on the Housewives girls trip and not let her be on the whole girls trip? The reason Nene is on this 20th anniversary of this Housewives trip is because we would pull Bravo off of our TVs with our hands if you did not have the Housewife on the housewife trip. There's no way they could have filmed that without having Nene. So I feel like the higher ups had to go to Andy and say, look, you feel a certain way about Nene, you still hold the grudge, we got it, but there's no way we're going to film a 20th anniversary of Housewife and not have Nene Leakes. She's going to be there. So Andy was like, she can be there. She can be there for whatever you need her to be there for, but that's it. Because Andy is not budging. Even when we talked about it that past weekend, and I know better. From the things that Andy has said, when Andy was at BravoCon like 2 or 3 years ago, shortly after this happened, and he stood on that stage, somebody said, do you think it would be okay if Nene Leakes, she will be able to come back? Andy said, and I quote, Nene Leakes told me to keep her name out of my mouth, and I am going to do that respectfully for her. When I heard him say that, I said, there's no coming back. So when the people said, and I'm going to tell you what made me hop on it, the person who sent me the information where he told me he got it from, I couldn't verify because I couldn't get to that person. But that person, I was like, well, maybe they know. And then when they said something about Shamia, you know I was gone. Anything to get Shamia out, I'm here for it. I am here for it. We would have shut the televisions. We wouldn't even have NBC or Peacock on our TV if Nene wasn't on this 20th anniversary special. Because I think we would have just like went up here on the TV and just pulled it off the television. A lot of people say we need to boycott until Nene comes back. But honey, it ain't. I'm going to tell you something. That would have to be a worldwide boycott. And we would have to be on one accord. Like today. Shut Bravo down. Take Peacock off your televisions. Don't watch the reunions. Don't watch anything. It would have to be, they wake up in the morning and they have a rating of 1 to see what's really going on. And then once they get on the internet and see that it's a worldwide boycott for Nene Leakes, she will be back. She will be back. But I feel like Andy is the reason that Nene is not on the Housewives. I feel like he is still holding a grudge. That girl called him. She said he was on them snowballs. She said he does not necessarily like African Americans. She said a lot of stuff about Andy Cohen. And Andy is not okay. I like Andy, but he of all people should have grace for Nene. Honestly, he was also a liability for NBC with all the lawsuits and CNN, the way he cuts up on them. Yes, all the lawsuits. People having snowballs and stuff around him. He should. He should. He is definitely holding a grudge. But Andy, here's the thing. I need everybody to understand this. Andy is not lost on this. Andy is not lost on a Nene Leakes return. It's not one day that Andy Cohen, he can get on this internet and say that he's got the group that he needs. And also that picture that he showed, Drew wasn't in the picture. I think that was one of the pictures that they took before Drew came back to get in the picture. When he said, this is the group, I know Andy believes that, but I know Andy believes and knows in his heart that Nene coming back would do wonders for this show. It will do wonders for the ratings. You know how many people I have seen in my comments say, I'm not watching until Nene comes back. I mean, it's a cool 100. Eat on any day. And that's just on one platform. We really could do it and watch it on YouTube. Yep, we could. That's why I do Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't watch it on my TV. I took it off. I took it off from recording. Watch What Happens Live was probably her idea. The reunions was her idea. Really? And you know what, Noop? I really think that at this point in Nene's life, although being a friend of would be a hellified demotion, I think she would accept it just to see how this goes. But let's see. We in season 17. We got what? 3 more years. I'm just going to say 2 more years until we get to 20. Maybe she can come back at 20. I don't know. I wonder if the execs at NBC made the final call on Nene, and I think the execs are okay. I think the higher ups are okay. Reunions were definitely her idea. Yep, Watch What Happens Live in the Housewife reunions were Nene's idea. Wow. Wow, Andy. Wow. I didn't know that. Even Kim Price said they have seen Andy in the New York streets. Stacy didn't take a picture with the other ladies of Potomac. No, she didn't. I didn't see her on one. But yeah, Nene would be great. I would love to see Nene back. I think I would. I think I would like to see her. I just know that when she knocked on Portia's door and when Portia answered it and all of their antics, I just know it just cleansed my soul because I had just finished watching the season finale of Housewives. It was heavy, and just to see Nene and Portia, and then now you can see Nene. I mean, you can see Portia without bringing up Shamia. That's what I was excited about. But since we talking about Shamia, let me go on. Let's go on and move a little bit further, y'all. Let's move a little bit further. Let's take Nene down. Nene is so beautiful here. Baby, let me go on over here to Chase Page and pull this up. Because Andy Cohen is over here talking. Okay. Oh, Andy Cohen is over here talking. And he is talking about Shamia. I know this is crazy, but he's talking about Shamia and how her husband did not want her filming in their house. Okay. So we're going to talk about that first. Ooh, it's so much over here. Let's get to talking about it first over here. Hold on. Why can't I get... Wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. Here we go, y'all. Let me share it so we can get into it. Not his raggedy. This girl, you so crazy.
So much talk about Portia. The narrative has been that Portia didn't want Shamia to come on as a housewife. But I was saying to Shamia and Gerald, I said, Shamia, something that's not been discussed much, which to me was always the big barrier of you joining the show, was that Gerald wanted nothing to do with it, and he didn't want you shooting at your house, Sterling Hall, and that was the case. Also, that was part of the real story about why Shamia was not a housewife sooner. And I was saying to Gerald, I said, when you show up, it's really great, and it was nice. I had never met him. The HVAC king. He's the HVAC king.
Okay. The HVAC king. And
I have to say, Shamia was there, and Portia, and Shamia's husband.
Hold on, let me go out.
So they kind of stayed clear of each other, but there were, it was all very calm. And it was funny. I was talking to Shamia and her husband, and there's been...
So... okay, let me go to the next one. Hold on.
And Portia and Shamia's husband, and so they kind of stayed clear of each other, but there were, it was all very...
Oh, hold on. Now we've already heard that, so let's read what is going on right now. So Shamia said, my husband has never had a problem with me filming at our home or with our children. He just never wanted to be on the show. Now, Shamia has said that a lot of times. She said that so many times. Portia said, now you're implying Andy is lying for the second time. First, Andy already confirmed that I tried for years to get you on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as a full-time housewife. Second, Andy is saying that the real reason, which hasn't been discussed until now, is that Gerald didn't want you filming in the home. Yet here you are saying that Andy is lying again. You are the liar, steady stirring false narratives, shaking my head. Now that's what Portia had to say. Okay. So let's go see what else is going on. So, and I told y'all, season 16, episode 5, at the Porsha Pampered Chic party, Porsha was talking to Shamea about her not being on the show. Shamea leaned over and said, I know you didn't want me just to be on the show as a friend of. I saw your receipts for me being a housewife. So Shamea knows that Porsha wanted her to be a housewife. Oh, I got it. Let's go. We get into the other one. Hold on. Let's go to the shout out to Chase. Thank you, Chase, for all of this good work you be doing, honey bun. Okay, so here we go with Gerald, y'all. We got Gerald on the scene. All right, this is what Gerald said. Let's see what's going on. Gerald said, it was great meeting at Bravo Andy last night. I have always supported my wife and children being on the show as well as them filming in our home. Uh-oh. I will continue to support her. Shamea said, thanks, babe. Last night was a time. All right. So now somebody lying. Is it Andy? Is Andy lying? Gerald has entered the chat. Shamea Morton's husband, Gerald, has stopped by the No Chaser TV Lounge in the comment section and said he has always supported his wife and children filming the show in their home after Andy Cohen stated that one of the reasons was Shamea's weight on the Real Housewives of Atlanta Peach was that Gerald did not want filming in their home. This promoted a response from Shamea, which was met by a response from Porsha. Okay then. There go Gerald. Big Gerald and got in the comments. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking? Big Gerald and made a... She had Gerald to show up, baby. Okay, here we go. Did Gerald really say that? Sometimes Gerald don't look like he had no kind of social media. She probably made him a page and she probably typing from his page. That's what happened. Shamea probably made Gerald a page and she over here typing from his page. D, that's what happened, because if Gerald don't want to be on TV, I can't see him on social media. That's what I'm talking about, Patricia, 100%. I feel like Shamea has made Gerald a page and she has gone over here and she has done this message and wrote this saying that she wrote this for Gerald. I believe it with everything in me. Yep. She has a problem relaying back info. We've seen her do it time and time again. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this one. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. What does this say? That doesn't even sound like Andy. Sound like somebody whispering. I don't know why Andy sound like that when he be on his things. Andy is trying to confirm Porsha's lie. That's from the Crescent Diva. Andy is trying to confirm Porsha's lie. Why Porsha said anything? I don't know why Porsha said anything. Porsha said, you lying again. Also, they're giving you credit in the comments. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Because let me tell you why they're giving me credit in the comments. They're giving me credit in the comments because I put the factual information on there and I told people where they can go to hear Shamea say that she saw Porsha's receipts saying that Porsha wanted her to be a housewife. I heard Shamea say it. I went live while I was watching it on YouTube. I talked about it. And I put it out here for y'all to go see. Y'all can go see it for yourself. That's why they saying, that's why they're giving me credit in the comments. Because I mean, now if it's a lie, Shamea told it. Now, if it's a lie, she told it, but that's what she said on the show. When she was sitting there, she didn't lay down for the sound bath. She was just sitting up like this, looking around at everybody. And then Kelly got up and went over there to her. Exactly. Gerald will say whatever Shamea tell him to say. Andy doesn't need to lie, but Shamea does. Gerald supports Shamea lies and all. Shamea not coming back. Gerald is a big face liar. I believe Andy. Shamea texted there from her husband's phone. Is Gerald actually? That's what I'm saying. I don't. If Gerald is a man who doesn't even want to be on television, and here's the thing: it's not a lot of men on the show for Gerald to really have no activation. You could just be at the house. Y'all saw what Gerald did on the last show when Daphne came over there. Gerald had not even met the surrogate. How is this woman getting ready to have your son and you have not met the surrogate? And on your first meeting, Gerald comes in there and says, hello, nice to meet you. We're going to do whatever it is that you need to do. Peace out. And all you saw was the back of his head. And you want me to believe that Gerald left out of the room and picked up his phone and logged on to scroll to see what's going on social media? Okay. Gerald doesn't use social media. I believe Andy too. Yeah, Shamia is fine and she got Gerald. You know what? Gerald probably don't even know what she's done. She probably don't even know because she run there doing that whole thing by herself. Matter of fact, let me see. What's his name on here? Let me go over to this page. Let's go to Gerald's page, y'all. Let me see. Let me say this. If I'm blocked on Gerald's page, this is Shamia. I guarantee 100%. If I'm blocked, let me get up this big because I need to see how his name is on his Instagram. Gerald 499. That don't even make sense for him to have no name like that. Gerald 499. 499. Child. Child. Okay, yeah, y'all. Let's go to Gerald's page. Hold on. We about to go over here to Gerald's page. Just hold what you got, cause you're not. Girl, I had one, but I gotta see how to get it back. Hold on, y'all. We about to go over here to Gerald's page. Just hold what you got. We about to go over here, and y'all let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I know the people. Millie Chan is just obsessed. Millie Chan just doing her job. That's what she doing. Millie Chan just having fun. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Let me show y'all this. All right, here we go. Here we got some photos. Okay, these are the first couple of photos right here. These are the first couple of photos. Okay, let's go on down a little further. Hold on, let's keep going. Let me go down here. Hold on, let me move it down a little further. I gotta figure out, I gotta give me another camera or something on my page. Do you honestly think? Yes, they are gorgeous. Shamia and Gerald are beautiful. Shamia is gorgeous. In this green down here, they look so good. But do you think Gerald is posting these pictures? I mean, the HVAC king. Goldie, talk about it. Talk about it, Goldie. What man page doing all of that as soon as you open it? You ain't talking about no football. You ain't talking about no basketball. You ain't talking about no cigar lounge in Atlanta. You don't have no pictures of your fam, like your brothers. Hold on. Let's keep going. Hold on. I wish I could do this. Just go down like we're about to keep going. Hold on. Child, ain't nobody running this page but Shamia. Ain't nobody running this page but Shamia. Girl, you better go on somewhere. They do look good, honey. But let me tell you something. Shamia, you need to stunt on them next season. This is who you are. If Shamia is saying, I'm serious, Fabulous Faces. If I was to run my honey's page, it would be like this, but I would know better. I would put some cigar stuff up. I would put some restaurant stuff up. I would put the Cowboys up. Then I put some pictures of me and him up, some pictures of him and his kids. Then I would, this is clearly a woman running the page. Yes, Deirdre, let call it out. She be in there responding to her own. Shamia, you gotta stop, sis. You gotta stop. I would like to see a show with her on the ladies' couch getting the help she needs. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. When I realized, yes, hold on, let me get Noop right quick. Look what Noop said. Not you calling your boss a liar publicly under the comments. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Child, let me tell you something. Lord, TMZ just posted, side note, Nolan Wales' friends, I wish they would stop calling them his friends, have lawyered up with attorney who represented the current administrator. You know they got something to hide. They did it. They did it. They need to lock them up just because they got their lawyer. But anyway, stun on who Kelly and Drew in terms of financial means. The others are good. I mean, but here's the thing, D. This is why I say this. Yeah, look, that's what I'm talking about. Throw some HVAC photos in there. Let me go back. Let me go down one more time. Let's go down this page one more time. Let me see. He got his pictures with his dad. Oh, I know she doing it because this the same doggone photo. This the same Christmas photo on here. This the same Christmas photo right here. Nah, Shamia, you need to stop. When Shamia was on that plane and they was on their way to Dallas, and Pinky was talking about bankruptcy, then she was talking about how it looks like she doesn't have money because she got an LLC, and then Kelly was talking about, I'm thinking about bankruptcy because I may have to close my restaurant. And when Shamia said, now these are business women. Pinky got Real Deal Holyfield restaurants. Kelly got Real Deal Holyfield restaurants. Shamia said, I got to rethink this rum thing because I don't know. These girls talking about bankruptcy and all that. I just want to make it to Chick-fil-A before they take the breakfast down. When she said that, I was like, this woman has no work ethic. Girl, I can't go to her page. You know I'm blocked. I can't go over there, Erica. I can't go over there. Exactly. She said that man don't care nothing about no social media. Like he don't care nothing about filming. Exactly. That's Shamia doing that page. That's the wife page. No, it says his name. Girl, we went to his page because what I did was I went to the name that she put up here. Let me show you what I did. This is what I did. Hold on, honey. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. Give me 1 second. Oh no, Chaser. This is where I went. I didn't go to Shamil. I can't go to Shamil's page. I went to this page because this is where Gerald has entered the chat. So if you go over here to this right here, Gerald 499, you're gonna see the same thing. So Shamil took a crazy step over to Gerald 499 on her page and typed, "It was great meeting Andy. Bravo Andy last night. I have always supported my wife and children being on the show as well as them filming in our home. I will continue to support her." So then she logs off. Let me switch it over. Let me go to my page. At Gerald499, thanks, babe. Heart emoji. Last night was a time. Dancer emoji. Char, go on somewhere, Shamia. Go on somewhere. Go on somewhere, Shamia. She is the lamest. Girl. Shamia, it ain't no way. I'm going to tell you something. And here's the thing. Let me say this too, because I always give the benefit of the doubt. It is a possibility. Exactly. Gerald is on No Chaser TV. I'm going to have to call Chase and tell him, you know that's Shamia. Let me go and do the benefit of the doubt. We don't know. right? We go, not girl, look, Taria, she talking about some. Hold on, let me go to this page. I done sent it. Let me see how much time was between it. She probably took a little time between it. Okay. Thank you, honey, for having my back. And we know what we do. Thank you. Child. Shamia, stop. Stop, Shamia. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. If Shamia's biggest, let me tell y'all something. If my biggest problem was trying to get to Chick-fil-A before they stopped selling breakfast, do you know how many caftans I will have in this house wearing every day? Baby, I will have the caftans that cost like in the hundreds of dollars. Ooh! I would have y'all, it ain't nothing like a caftan. Do you understand me? I clean up my house. I put on a caftan. I am a rich woman. Do you understand? I walk through here like, oh Lord, I'm gonna let Trace know. She over there switching it up, honey. Shamia, you know we don't believe that. We don't believe that. And then let's read it. Let's read it again. We got to read it again. Gerald said, "It was great meeting you at Bravo Andy last night. I've always supported my wife and children being on the show as well as them filming in our home. I will continue to support her." Absolutely, she's going to say that. Lame sauce. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gerald, you in here. Gerald, we know you didn't say it. Baby, yeah, one of them caftans. If I was trying to get to Chick-fil-A before they stopped serving breakfast, and that was my only thing that I had on my agenda for the day, that's the only thing I'm worried about. That's all I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting to Chick-fil-A to get them little chiclet biscuits with strawberry jelly and maybe a scramble with an iced coffee and some ketchup and the creamy salsa. If that is my only problem, when I tell y'all I get on TV, it would be dinner parties, it would be shopping sprees. I would throw so much shade, it would be ridiculous. I would not be worried. I would not be worried about Portia. I wouldn't even care about Portia because what the people say, while Portia over there trying to figure out how long she gonna be in that house, I'm over here in my house without no address trying to get to Chick-fil-A before they take the breakfast down. That's the hardest thing I got to do all day. Because when I get back home and pull out my Gucci plates and put Shia's chicken and the biscuits on there with her orange juice, I'm going to go and get on my elevator and go to my room, my closet, and I'm going to luxuriate. And then I'm going to call Paris Shea, or I'm going to call Dallas the stylist, or I'm going to call Jay Bolin. I'm going to call somebody to come and just curate some outfits for me to wear. Do you understand what I'm saying? If Deirdre, if your only problem is making it to Chick-fil-A, your life is fantastic. If that's all I got to worry about, because everything else is taken care of. Oh, look, and giving $2,200 notices from the HOA. Girl, hey Valencia, girl. Shamir, you know better than this. D says stop giving her a storyline. If she coming back, D, we got to be able to deal with it. Hand the kids to the nanny, go downstairs, get my nails done, then go shopping while with the nanny and my children, go pick up my mama, take her on a little Tuesday shopping spree, then go home and have Elnora to run my bath with gold beads in it. Girl, please. Yeah, the way the people would hate me, y'all would hate me for a different reason, honey. Do you understand me? and then I get one of them good caftans she was talking about it here, and then I'll go get in my house that $438,000 automobile that people trying to get somewhere to live, put a roof over their head, because I got roofs over my head with diamonds in the top. And I would drive around Atlanta, and I go pick Kelly up and see if she need a bill paid, need her lights on. Kelly, let's go down. What's the electric company down there in Atlanta? Kelly, you need to go down here and pay your light bill, baby. Let's go pay your light bill today, honey. You my friend, and you my best friend. Child. Kelly gonna film with her because Kelly she's rich but humble. Yeah, she rich but humble, but it's time out for humble, because you see where it's gotten her. She over here running the page for her and Gerald at the same time. Georgia Power. I'll come down here. Kelly, I'm outside, honey. It's time to pay your light bill. So I'm coming to pick you up, take you to Georgia Power, and let you pay your light bill. I have your money order ready. And then we're going to go to Houston's and grab some lunch. And then after we grab some lunch, we're going to run over to Phipps, and I'm going to get you a little, I know it's kind of tough, so you may not be able to get Balmain lately. We're going to get you a little bag and get you a little shirt or something. Ciao. Honey, girl, do you need to go to Old Navy? You know, Cardi got a new line. Do your girls need clothes? Let's swing over to the school where your daughter is. You think she needs some money on her lunch card? Let's go put a little money on her lunch card, friend. Girl, please. While driving a Bentley. Oh, girl, let me go switch it out. I'm low on gas. Let's go get the Rolls Royce. Let's run home real quick and let's get the girl. It would be ridiculous. Girl, please, 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 please. Instead of you trying to switch from one page to the other, Shamia, you need to be living this life that everybody who goes up for you talks about you living. And people want to talk about she got money, she's so pretty, she's this and she's that, but she has a void in her life. And the colorism stuff is crazy to me, because Shamia is beautiful. She is a beautiful Black woman. She is a beautiful woman. She is talented. She is successful in her own right, but she is missing something. People say it's the fame. And I was like, if I had all of this, do you honestly think that I will be around here begging for Portia to be my friend? After I sat at that table and I told Portia that her mother tried to sleep with my daddy, and I let that come out of my mouth, and I put the period at the end of that, I would know this relationship is over. And then she got the nerve to sit in her confessional talking about she tried to mend it. When? Girl, look, Lexi said, twerk, cry, repeat. Twerk, wait a minute. Wait. Twerk, cry, repeat. It wouldn't be no more crying and no more apologizing. I know, you never know. You never know what a person is going through. But I know what she going through on this internet. I know she going through these pages on this phone. That I know for sure. Because Gerald did not write that. I don't know why colorism is a part of the conversation. Colorism is a part of the conversation. People, let me tell you something. I called Michelle the other day. I said, Michelle, help me. Help me understand. Help me see it the way you see it. Help me see it, friend. And so what she said was that she knows Shamia, right? So she knows Shamia to be this kooky, quirky, fun girl. Not denying that. Not denying that. I said, but thank you, girl, me too. But the thing about Shamia is, I told her, I said, Michelle, you cannot tell me that if you told somebody's business like you did and you knew you had crossed the line, you cannot tell me that you would text them the next day asking them to go out to dinner. I said, Shamia sat there and said that girl mama was trying to sleep with her daddy. They get back to Atlanta. She done sent her a text message talking about she about to send somebody over here to take a mask of her behind. And she wants to now invite her to her house when she didn't invite her to her husband's party, and she still want to see her child. I said, you can't tell me. You cannot tell me that you would do that. Hey, Sierra, because if I say something like that, I'm saying it because I'm done. I'm gonna drop the mic. When I drop the mic, I'm done. You ain't got to call me, text me. You ain't got to do none of it. Shamia does not realize how beautiful and dope she is in real life. She's blind to her inner dopeness. I love that. And I agree with that. And I know it's hard to believe, I would love for Shamia to rise from within herself and be her dope self. I want her to stop going back and forth through these 2 pages, trying to make us pretend like she talking for Gerald. Just delete that page, because we all know Gerald is not nowhere posting nothing on Instagram. I think we all know that. And I don't care who believes this, you know it is not true. If you go over there on Gerald's page and you look at what's been posted, it ain't nothing but what a mother would post on her page. Child, Shamia, goodbye. Goodbye, Shamia. Goodbye. Because that's not it. I'm sorry. That's not it. I'm sorry. And then, oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. I thought and then, you know what? The fact that she is under this post saying that Andy is lying is sending me. That's wild behavior. Portia said, now you're implying Andy is lying for the second time. Oh Lord. I hope Shamia got a job. Yeah, we were all. I was so rooting for Shamia. I was like, "Ooh, Shamia is cute. She out here with this Rolls Royce," and I was even mad at Portia because even at this moment, I can say Portia was really wrong for showing up to this girl's birthday party 3 hours late. Then while she's sitting up there in the grace of her birthday gift from her husband, Portia gonna get in the middle of it instead of getting in the crowd where she belongs and try to blend in like she been there. She just gonna walk up to it. Hey girl, hey Gerald, I see what you did. I'd be like, Portia, you need to get far away from me. Far away from me. I thought that was so wrong of Portia to do. I know. I thought that was wrong for her to do Shamia like that. Because I was like, Shamia is that girl. And I said, Shamia doing more than any of these women on here, right? I don't know why she's speaking on her. I guess she's speaking on her because Shamia said that wasn't true. And she was like, so now you calling Andy a liar for the second time? Oh, no, she ain't sleeping with no basketball players. Oh, you talking about at that point they already weren't friends? What you talking about, Belicious? Yeah, I thought it was wrong because I thought they were friends. Because when the season went off, Portia went, well, no, that was at the beginning of the season. That was at the beginning of season 16 when Shamia had her birthday party and Gerald gave her the Rolls Royce. So Portia's sitting at the house getting her hair done while she on the FaceTime with Cynthia. She walked up to Gerald because the back door was open. She said, Gerald, I see what you did. That's a good thing or something like that. She was like, you did that. I think that's what she said. Gerald, you did that. And she should have been in the crowd with everybody else. That's what she should have been doing. And I was like, Portia is so wrong for this. Why would you walk up here 3 hours late to this girl party? And every time in season 16, every time Shamia would walk into place, she was like, where's Portia? Hey, Anna. Where's Portia? Where's Portia? When Kandi gave her the engagement party, as soon as she walked in, she looked through the room. She was like, "Where's Portia?" Went off from the thing. Exactly. Friends or not, it was wrong, period. Okay, thank you for being here, honey. Thank you so much. Love you. Where's Portia? Oh, honey, season 16, episode 1. Watch it over. Let's watch it together. Girl, I've not already watched it. We can talk about it right now, honey. Because Shamea had a whole, like, I don't know if Portia was supposed to be there or it was what after Portia decided she was coming back. Shamea had a whole package that she was the glue because she knows this person is linked to that person. She knows this person, Kelly cooked for her. She's linked to her. She's friends with Britt. I'm the glue. That's what Shamea said. She the glue. I was like, this is going to be fantastic. But then after that, after I saw the meeting with Shamea, Kelly, and Britt, and fast forward to the reunion when Shamea said they was getting into a alliance with Portia, I was like, well, in that first episode, season 16, if you gonna sit down and talk to Shamea, it's gonna be Shamea, Kelly, and Britt. You should have had Portia there because that's the time that Kelly could have asked Portia, why did you take that woman's husband? And it wouldn't have had to be at her house. And it wouldn't have had to be Portia saying, why did she want Kelly to ask me at her party? Yes, she wrote, hey, Lulu, exactly. So I was like, why, Shamea, why would you not invite Portia to this little meeting with Kelly and Britt if you trying to make an alliance? Then you get over here on a reunion, you want us to believe that she in an alliance. Portia said, I wasn't in no alliance. And then you got Angela looking over here crazy, like, I'm new here too. Why wasn't I called? Well, she said, I forgot that. Hold on. She said, I forgot that Shamea said that she is the glue. Yeah. Yeah. And then only fast forward to this season, and Cynthia shows up in a glue costume. Girl, I was so tickled. I was like, yes, Cynthia, yes. First episode as a peach holder, she's the glue. Second last of the season, Cynthia proved to be the real. Yes, absolutely. Why didn't Shamea join when Kandi, while Portia was on the head? Well, you know what? Perfectly blended. Kandi talked about that. Kandi talked about that on the podcast. She said that she was the reason that Shamea is there. She said, I wanted her to join the show when I was on the show, but at the time she couldn't. And I'm thinking it was, I don't know if she said anything about her husband or she just said she couldn't. She said, but I have been pushing for her. She said, because of her husband. She said, but I told Bravo to keep pushing for her because she needs to be on here. Let me take this down. That's what Kandi said. She said she told them to keep pushing for Shamea. And they did. Oh, wait. I gotta put this. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to get this up here. I can't get my face up here. Uh-oh. At this point, they need to check Shamea's mental. Shamea knew Kelly before the show, and the first thing Kelly said on camera. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get my, it's getting slow. I don't know what happened. Okay. So yeah, wait a minute. Shamia has I know Shamia to block me, girl. She try to black me out, child. Hold on. I know the connection. So it's Candy. Candy said that she was the reason that she was on the show. She said she will take responsibility for her being on the show. That's what she said. That's what Candy said. Shamia's about to be caught up in her lies by tomorrow morning. All her clips saying it was her husband not wanting her to do the show will be exposed again. They're going to be exposed again, Belicious. Again. They already came out once already. Candy said she innocent investigator. Candy said she don't want to be on the show. She said because it's too much and she's not gonna work with everybody that's on the show. And she said she don't want to be on the show. And then I'm like, she has been involved in some capacity with this show for 20 years, and people expect us to give her grace like she doesn't know how to be a housewife. I have said this. I've heard you all say this. Shamia has been around the greatest. She has been around Nene. She has been around the greatest. Shamia should know how to be a number one housewife. Nene didn't come in there with the money that Shamia has. Nene didn't come in there with the cars and the lifestyle that Shamia has. Shamia could come in there and wreak havoc on this show, but she just is not. She just doesn't have the it factor, and nothing is wrong with that. Not everybody does. And then Shamia wants some type of fame, but I don't think Shamia is willing to work for it. Why? I'm sure Shamia is on the Housewife 20-year girls trip. I'm sure she's going to show up, but does anybody call Shamia to do anything? I've seen her on some Wayfair commercials. I've seen her do that, and I heard Carlos say, "Yes, this is what you do. You do that." Yeah, she said that. She said that on the interview. Gerald shut the show down. Yeah, Gerald shut the show down, child. HVAC King and shut it down. Coincidentally, Shamia joined when Candy left and Portia returned. She wouldn't have had a storyline with Candy. Portia wants her storyline. Portia was her storyline. How this dude got an Instagram but don't film? Exactly, July Leo. We went down the whole Instagram. Those pictures were pictures that we would have posted. And if I wasn't blocked, I'm sure Shamia got those same pictures on her page, along with some bikini pictures. It should be exposed, and Andy should know. Andy knows. Andy in them comments because they done added Andy. I think Portia added him. I think so too. I think she would have done better. She would have had more. Hold on. Speaking of that, let's look at this right quick. Let's look at this. I think Chase got this on his page. Hold on 1 second. Let's look at Shamia and Candy. I think it's up here on his page. Hold on. Let me find it. I think it's up here. Oh no, where is it? I just saw it on something. Here we go. Look at this.
Figure it out. You know, biologically, our youngest are our own. So,
right.
You know, Blaze is me and Todd, and
Shiloh is Gerald and myself.
Right. But we have the same person to carry.
Yeah, it's just like an incubator. So it's like if I mix my ingredients at my house and then I take them to Candy's house and put them in her oven,
Right.
well, hell, I still cooked it. It's still all my ingredients, my eggs, my milk, my flour that made the cornbread. Okay, we just used her oven.
Right.
We just used Shadina's oven, and it was a hell of an oven, and I appreciate that oven. Thank you, Shadina.
Yes, thank you, Shadina. And to be clear, for those of you trying to figure it out, you know, biologically, our youngest are our own. So, you know, Blaze is me and Todd, and
Shiloh is Gerald and
here's
myself.
the thing. This is what I wanted to say. I'm so glad I played that. I was like, Shamia couldn't even get her own surrogate. She used Candy surrogate. I thought Shamia went on Gerald's IG on their anniversary because it just sounded like something she was saying. Yes, absolutely. She over there commenting to herself. Yeah, I didn't realize she was in the TLC movie either. Talked against Andy also, and nobody said nothing. I mean, but and also Bose may not be coming back, so we don't know that yet either. So we'll see. Shamia was in Drumline too. Yes, that was her. That's what she was talking about. Carlos talking about. That's why she didn't try to be whatever she was going to school for, because the money was so good. That's what I'm saying. She's a copycat. Like, I don't think I would want to use the same surrogate as my friend. I don't think. I just don't think I would. Fabulous Faces. All the surrogates. She used Candice. Because I guess that little clip I just played, I guess people are like, well, if you use the same surrogate, are your children, friend, sisters or related? And she's trying to say no, because if I fix everything up in my house with this cornbread and I go over to Candy's house and put it in the oven, I still made it. I just used her oven. Yes, JoJo. Yes. I was like, why are you doing that? Come here, let me see. I'm sure Dr. Jackie has some more options. I know she did. One influencer calls Candy surrogate baby vending machine. And it's me, but they are kind of running around without bodies looking like they don't want to mess them up. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm sure Dr. Jackie could have gave her some more options. Let me see. What you say? We Go Podcast at the Roaring 20s party. The housewives were reading the text Portia sent to Shamia after Scotland. What? What? Girl, you want me to send you a link and you come up so we can talk about it? Before I get off of here. I know you lying. Use the same business, not the same surrogate. Exactly. I feel like Shamia's thought process was it worked for one of my best friends, so it would work for me. Yeah, it had to be. It had to be that. But I don't think I would have done that. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying if she could have gotten her own. I'm saying like how she just doesn't seem to have her own mindset. Which DM? You talking about my Instagram DM? Oh. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Girl, who did this? Y'all, so they got Portia's post up here, and they got Portia saying "tuh" and Queen Sheba, and then they got me 16 episode 5, and they got put a pin drop in it. Oh my God. And I guess housewife from a housewife, she just put it up here. Girl, this is crazy. I mean, the child's here, right? Most wouldn't do it. Her recently been having treatment. I will come up next time, Miller. I'm in a bed. No. Okay, I got you. No problem. She said no. But I just feel like Shamea just needs to stunt on the people. Get your own surrogate. Oh, y'all missed what I said. Hold on, let me see if I can. Let me just. Hold on. There we go. Y'all, we're gonna get off of here because this is Millie. Y'all went way too hard on Shamea. Portia does everything right. As soon as hold on, let me see what she says. As soon as Shamea, y'all like why she sneezing. No, we're not going hard on Shamea. We're just talking about the obvious. We're just talking about the I know it's off. My screen went off, honey. So hold on. Portia was getting tired of Shamea. She was Portia's friend and she wasn't hers. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna round this up like this. Shamea is over here that made a page for Gerald. Gerald done responded. Shamea done oh, my screen going off. I don't think I was hard on her. I think I was telling the truth. I think Shamea, I'll say this. How about this? Okay. I think Shamea has all the things, Fabulous Faces, to. No, I don't want her to come back. But if she does, I think Shamea has all the bones where if she would sit and watch this season, I think Shamea should watch this season and see where she went wrong and do the opposite, and we'll have a good season. I think she has everything she needs to do. She needs to lean into her fabulousness. She needs to get some. If she is in therapy, she needs to start talking about how to get some self-esteem, build that up, and come back and just get the girls together. No, I don't think so. I think I told the truth. And that's the thing. Like when I get to talking about the truth, then people are like, oh, Millie Chan, you're a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm just talking about what I see. And it seems like sometimes we be watching a different show. With that being said, y'all, we're going to have to log off because Shamea and Gerald is getting upset with me talking on this internet. Let me see. We're going to log off, y'all, but I want to thank y'all for coming tonight. This has been a fantastic live. And I want to I will say this. I know that I come here for y'all to make y'all's day, but when I tell y'all that y'all make my day, because I need y'all right now, and this has been great for me. Y'all have taken a lot off my mind, so I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. So I just appreciate you all so much. And I thought we had a really good live. And I'm like, Carlos, I love all the girls. I love all the girls. Thank you all. They can't. That's why Shamea blocked me, because she can't deal with the truth. But okay. Thank you all for being here. Y'all have a good Wednesday night. Get some good bang bang if you can. Y'all have the good rest of the week. And I'll see y'all in Hot Topics or a minute sometime tomorrow. And I love y'all deep. Y'all have a good night. And I'll talk to y'all soon. I gotta go finish. I gotta go finish it.